From the ashes of betrayal and heartbreak, the love triangle of Swizz Beatz, Alicia Keys, and Mashonda continues to simmer, a toxic brew of desire, deceit, and wounded pride. As Swizz's marriage to Mashonda crumbled, his whirlwind romance with Alicia Keys ignited, leaving a scorched trail of emotions and shattered trust. This tangled web of love, lust, and lies raises questions about the true cost of desire and the devastating consequences of prioritizing passion over people, making it a salacious and yet cautionary tale of Hollywood's most infamous love triangle. Kasseem Dean, aka Swizz Beatz, is a creative genius from the Bronx, born on August 30, 1978. This versatile talent has made a name for himself as a producer, rapper, actor, writer, and painter, leaving an indelible mark on the music industry. A client list that reads like a who's who of hip-hop royalty: Jay-Z, Kanye West, DMX, Drake, Chris Brown, and Mary J. Blige, to name a few. Swizz Beatz is the mastermind behind some of the biggest hits of the past few decades. Swizz Beatz's journey to stardom began when he was just 16, producing tracks with the guidance of his aunt Siobhan Dean and uncles D and Wah Dean, who were all connected to the Rough Riders label. By 17, he had already sold his first beat, which became DMX's iconic hit, Rough Riders Anthem. This opened doors to collaborations with top record labels like Rockefeller, Elektra, and Def Jam. However, it wasn't until his debut solo album, Presents Ghetto Stories, in 2002 that his unique production style and innovative ideas started gaining widespread recognition. The album spawned two singles, Guilty and Bigger Business, both accompanied by music videos, further solidifying his reputation as a rising star in the music industry. On August 21, 2007, Swizz Beatz unleashed his highly anticipated solo debut, One Man Band Man, which stormed the music scene with an impressive 45,000 records sold in its first week alone. The album boasted a string of infectious hits, including the unapologetic anthem, It's Me, and the cash-infused banger Money in the Bank, showcasing Swizz's signature production flair and lyrical prowess. As Swizz Beatz basked in the glory of his professional achievements, his personal life was about to become the subject of intense scrutiny, attention, and worse, drama. The Bronx rapper had a first shot at marriage with his then wife Mashonda. Who was she? Mashonda Tifrere is an American singer, songwriter, and entrepreneur. She was born on January 9, 1977 in Boston, Massachusetts. Mashonda rose to prominence in the early 2000s with her debut album January Joy, which features the hit single Back of the Club. Mashonda's journey with Swizz Beatz was a roller coaster of emotions. They started dating in 1998, and their love was put to the test when Mashonda miscarried in 2000. But they persevered, and when Swizz Beatz' son Prince Nasir was born from a previous relationship, Mashonda became a loving stepmother and even gave him his name. Their love continued to flourish, leading to a beautiful wedding in 2004. 2 years later, they welcomed their son, Kasseem Dean Jr., in 2006. However, their happiness was short-lived as they announced their separation in 2008. The divorce process was long and arduous, finally ending in May 2010. And as you guessed it, their marriage ended due to irreconcilable differences. Little did Mashonda know, Swizz Beatz' eyes had already wandered to another talented songstress, Alicia Keys, who would soon become the new love of his life. Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz' paths first crossed when they were just teenagers growing up in New York City. Keys was only 14 while Beatz was 16, and they were introduced through mutual friends. However, Keys wasn't impressed by the flashy young producer and didn't give him a second thought for years. As she recounts in her memoir, More Myself, she'd often run into Beatz at industry events and award shows, where he'd arrive in style with his entourage from the Bronx, dripping in diamonds and flaunting his wealth. But Keys wanted no part of that glamorous yet superficial world, and certainly not with Swizz Beatz. She kept her distance, unaware that their lives would eventually become deeply intertwined. It wasn't until years later in 2008 that Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz crossed paths again, this time in a creative setting. They teamed up for a music project, and as they spent more time together, Keys found herself seeing Beatz in a new light. She discovered a depth to him that she hadn't noticed before, beyond his tough exterior and flashy style. As they conversed, she was struck by his thoughtfulness and awareness of the world around him. As she reflected in her memoir, More Myself, her initial impression of Beatz was transformed, revealing a kindred spirit who shared her passions and values. This newfound understanding sparked a connection between them, and they started dating in the fall of 2008. After a romantic courtship of almost 2 years, Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz shared their joyous news with the world in May 2010. They were engaged and expecting their first child together. In June 2010, Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz embarked on a heartwarming journey to South Africa, where they immersed themselves in a beautiful Zulu tradition to bless their unborn child. Under the sacred shade of a fig tree in Durban, they participated in a soulful ceremony, surrounded by loved ones, including Alicia's mom, Taria Joseph, and brother Cole Cook. Alicia embraced the moment, adorned in stunning traditional jewelry and a serene blue robe, as she and her baby were lovingly given Zulu names. Just a few months later, on July 31st, 2010, they exchanged vows in an intimate ceremony at a stunning Mediterranean villa, surrounded by loved ones and officiated by their close friend, Deepak Chopra. Swizz Beatz described their special day as wow, a truly blessed experience filled with positive energy that still lingered long after the celebration ended. The happy couple welcomed their precious son, Egypt Dean, on October 14, 2010 in New York City, and later expanded their family with another beautiful boy in 2014. As the fairy tale-like romance between Swizz Beatz and Alicia Keys blossomed, a more nuanced reality emerged. This would later reveal a love triangle that would challenge the trio to confront the consequences of their choices and the true meaning of love, loyalty, and commitment. As Swizz Beatz' divorce from Mashonda was finalized, a painful chapter in their lives came to a close. The split had been a long time coming, with the couple separating in 2008. However, the wounds were still raw and emotions ran high. Mashonda had publicly called out Alicia Keys, accusing her of being the reason for their breakup. Both Keys and Beatz vehemently denied the claims. In all honesty, the time frame of Swizz Beatz' relationship and marriage seemed to have started while Swizz was still with Mashonda. As greatly anticipated, Alicia Keys had come under fire for allegedly causing a sunder in the home of Mashonda. It had become one of Hollywood's worst scandals. However, reflecting on that tumultuous time in her 2018 memoir, Mashonda expressed regret for lashing out at Keys, acknowledging that her actions were driven by ego and a desperate need for validation. At the time, Mashonda was navigating a dark period, struggling to cope with the end of her marriage and the rumors surrounding Beatz' relationship with Keys. She was fighting to stay strong for herself and their young son, KJ, as her world was turned upside down. With the benefit of hindsight, Mashonda has come to realize that she had a long journey of healing ahead of her. Also, her reactions were a manifestation of her pain and vulnerability, but this was the beginning of something quite interesting. In a remarkable display of resilience and maturity, Mashonda Tefrere, Alicia Keys, and Swizz Beatz have transformed their complicated past into a harmonious co-parenting dynamic. Mashonda, once reeling from the pain of Swizz Beatz' infidelity and his subsequent relationship with Alicia Keys, has courageously navigated the challenges of co-parenting with her ex-husband and his new partner. Alicia Keys, too, faced intense public backlash for her role in the breakdown of Swizz Beatz' marriage. Yet she and Swizz Beatz have worked tirelessly to build a strong foundation for their family, prioritizing a positive relationship with Mashonda for the sake of their children. Today, the trio has achieved a remarkable feat, putting aside past hurts and uniting in their dedication to co-parenting. Mashonda has even publicly acknowledged Alicia Keys' positive influence on their son KJ's life. Mashonda, Alicia Keys, and Swizz Beatz have masterfully navigated the complexities of co-parenting, transforming their once tumultuous relationship into a harmonious blended family. According to Mashonda, the journey of co-parenting success wasn't instantaneous. In a 2008 interview with People, she revealed, "It took 2 years into our blending to make it happen. But when we did, it was like the light turning on. This breakthrough marked a significant shift in their approach to co-parenting." Mashonda explained that by reducing conflict and letting go of disagreements, they minimized the impact on their children. "There were never any big blowouts," she noted. "There were times when we didn't fully agree, but we were all comfortable just letting it go." This newfound understanding and commitment to co-parenting has created a supportive environment for their kids to thrive. Alicia Keys, beaming with pride, reflects on the remarkable achievement of her blended family, saying, "We did it." In an interview with People, the 38-year-old singer emphasizes the collaborative effort that made their harmonious co-parenting dynamic possible. "We worked and prayed together," Keys explains. highlighting the importance of open communication and mutual respect. By allowing the space for everyone to be heard, they created an environment where each individual's voice was valued. This remarkable accomplishment is one of the things I'm most proud of, Keys adds, underscoring the significance of their hard-won success. At this point, you could be wondering how this came to be. Mashonda and Swizz Beatz' divorce was a painful blow, not just for them, but for their young son, Kasseem Jr. As they struggled to coexist, their miscommunication and negativity began to take a toll on their child. Kasseem Jr. was left wondering why his dad wasn't around, and it broke Mashonda's heart. It was a wake-up call, she recalls. We had to put our differences aside for his sake. He deserved better. Mashonda's new book, Blend, is a testament to their journey from darkness to light. With Alicia Keys writing the foreword and Swizz contributing a chapter, Mashonda shares her hard-won wisdom. We've been conditioned to accept misery and unhappiness in our community and culture, she notes. But I knew I didn't want that for our son. I grew up with miserable parents, and I remember the toxic energy and insecurity. I was determined to create a different reality for Kasseem Jr. Mashonda envisions a future where their kids grow up and achieve milestones like graduating from high school and college, getting married, and eventually having children of their own, making her and Swizz proud grandparents to the same beloved babies. For their blended family to truly thrive, Mashonda, Swizz, and Alicia knew they had to surrender their egos. We had to let go of our own personal agendas and pride, they acknowledged. This meant seeking outside help when needed, including mediators, to navigate their complex relationships. As Alicia poignantly noted, what people don't get to see is the middle part, where we all put in the work on ourselves, individually and healed. Through this journey of self-discovery and growth, they created a safe space for their children to flourish. We healed our children. We allowed them to see us growing, Mashonda shared. And it's this intentional healing that laid the foundation for their beautiful blend. That healing is the first step to blending, Alicia emphasized. A groundbreaking moment in their journey towards harmony came when Mashonda extended an olive branch to Alicia, inviting her to their son Kasseem's 6th birthday party, which was the first time they'd met in person. Apparently, KJ told his mom sweet things about Alicia Keys. This gesture marked a significant turning point, as they had already been laying the groundwork for a more compassionate and open relationship. We had been doing the work, communicating and trying to connect on a deeper level, Mashonda recalled. By the time of the party, they had reached a beautiful place of understanding. In a heartwarming display of unity, Alicia stayed until the party's end, marking the first time they had all spent time together as a family. This milestone was later immortalized in Alicia Keys' 2016 song, Blended Family, What You Do for Love, a heartfelt tribute to their journey toward love and acceptance, featuring A$AP Rocky. Keys reflected on the music video for her song, saying it was a genuine representation of their blended family's life together. The video featured all of Kasseem's siblings, his mom Mashonda, and Alicia, who was affectionately referred to as Umi by Kasseem. Mashonda explained that this term of endearment was chosen because stepmother didn't feel right, and Umi has a beautiful, loving connotation. When asked if the process of blending families ever ends, Mashonda emphasized that it's a continuous journey. As their children grow and reach new milestones, such as graduation, weddings, and having children of their own, the blending process will evolve and continue. Alicia added that their partnership is a lifelong commitment. She recalled a moment when Mashonda mentioned that they would one day be grandparents together, which gave her chills. 10 years ago, the idea of Mashonda Tefrere spending Mother's Day with her ex-husband Swizz Beatz and his wife Alicia Keys would have seemed unimaginable, even laughable. But in a beautiful turn of events, that's exactly what unfolded in 2018. Mashonda, Swizz, Alicia, and their kids all came together as a united family, celebrating their love and connection on Mother's Day. As if that wasn't cool enough, did you know Swizz Beatz and Alicia Keys were both in the memoir of Mashonda's titled Blend? Mashonda Tefrere's words overflow with passion and purpose as she shares the vision behind her book Blend, with a dedicated chapter for fathers written by Swizz and a heartfelt foreword penned by Alicia. She says, "The three of us are raising our voices to help generations of families worldwide." Her conviction shines through as she declares, "I'm certain that the book will become a toolbox for mindful parents all over the world." Her memoir, Blend, is more than just a personal story. It's a comprehensive guide that taps into the wisdom of parenting experts, therapists, and other families who have bravely navigated the blending process. As the press release reveals, this book is a treasure trove of advice and support, making it an indispensable resource for families everywhere. In the end, the scandalous love triangle between Swizz Beatz, Alicia Keys, and Mashonda transformed into a beautiful display of forgiveness, growth, and blended family harmony. Through their journey, they proved that with love, commitment, and dedication, even the most complex relationships can evolve into a supporting and loving community, redefining the traditional notion of family and serving as an inspiration to others.